Hey, Larry, Katie, and Taylor here today. So, some quick thoughts for the week. We got kind of a light week, but there's a lot of things going on. A number of exciting things, some big contracts in the U.S., also some new contacts and new salespeople in Canada. So, things continue to ramp up as we continue to move forward positively and trying to help people do business and help and add value so we get value back. So, first, quick thoughts. Taylor was sending out the logo, a survey on the logo, asking everybody in the field and the sales, our office staff, and leadership, and what's your choice? What are your thoughts? There's a lot of emotions about the old stuff, and I know when the committee first met and we were at one of our meetings, and they said, "What do you think, Larry?" I says, I'm way off. I quit looking at the old ways since we lost the flag, because I was red, white, and blue with the flag, Lee Greenwood, so we moved on. We've changed. We're still American. We still have a lot of the values of what our country's all about: independence and control, entrepreneurship, and trying to make things better for ourselves. That face in the mirror, trying to make lives things better for you and your family. In spite of all the other dynamics that happen around us, whether it's national or state government or politics. It just, life goes on. It keeps evolving, but we can control our little area around us. They always say, take the space that you're in and make it better than when you found it. So we can keep doing that. And so, but anyhow, answer the survey. And Taylor's heard it all, so just give her your thoughts. Also, did you know that apparel is one of our top selling product categories? So there is a flyer that will be attached that talks about on-demand branded apparel. And then the cool thing is that with our acquisition of DeBow, you have all the decorating features under one roof, and then these are all the available brands that are part of JIT or Brand on Demand. And so that's a good feature that you should understand and know. So watch the video, check out the flyer, and just learn as much as you can about it for yourself and your customers. There's a marketing hub, or also on the marketing hub. Katie will let you know where to find it and send you the files so that you know where it is or how it's handy. Can be handy for you. But e-commerce stores are in high demand as customers want to buy online. However, not all sales associates have the time to pull together the details to make their stores. So we have a number of sales associates using expanded services to help them set up their pop-up stores or their stores. So again, Katie can add the link. It gives you more details on how you use the expanded services team to support your needs and your customers' needs. And finally, there's a up-to-date, brand new, current resource guide, which has all of the contacts for people. This is a new version which has contacts of DeBow as well as ASB. Katie will include the link in the video. And so soon to come, we will have the resource guide for Canada. I don't know if Canada's on here or not. We have two extended services people up there, as well as a coordinator of social media, Yana, of social media and marketing, as well as three directors of onboarding, that's Nick. And then we have Josh, who is in recruiting sales, and Sarkis, who is vendor relations, and trying to manage the vendor growth and adding people. So all those things will be attached. So in addition to that, and a couple of stories, there is another thing that'll be attached will be, when do people die? A Catholic priest, a Jewish rabbi, and a Baptist minister were discussing the beginning of life. The priest said, life begins at conception. The rabbi said he believed it begins at birth. The Baptist minister thought for a minute and said, I believe life begins when the last child leaves home and the dog dies. So, whatever the opinions are, the differing opinions about when life begins, but the question is, when does it end? So it isn't your physical ending. There's a lot of times that we wander through, they're saying there are so many people that it isn't fighting for a breath to stay alive. That is not the only dying or death. There's also when you have nothing but a body and flesh and bone walking around and you don't know what to do. So you are as dead as King Tut, but not physically, just mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So there's a little story and saying what you should do and how you might be able to fight that and not have that problem. But the little story. So the last three stories or jokes are Ole and Lena again. Sved Carlson said, do you know how copper wire was invented? Ole says, no, I never heard. Who was it that invented this wire? He says, Swede says, it was two Norwegians fighting over a penny. The next one is Lars. Does your wife Lena talk much? Ole, well, let me put it this way. We went to the beach last Sunday, and when we got home, Lena's tongue was sunburned. And finally, Ole was brought into court. The judge asked Ole what he was charged with. Ole says, I stole a motorcycle from a Hell's Angel. Judge says, I find you innocent by reason of insanity. As always, peace and love to you and yours. Hugs. Have a great weekend.